This is third try with Signal. I hope it sticks this time. As I mentioned yesterday, 5 years ago, I created an online course, How to Outwit Fear in 91 Days. I created it for myself. It was as I was getting ready to release my third book. And it was an interesting journey for me, going from the history of fear and all the way through thinking about thinking and truly understanding how fear works. And the format of the course was simple. Every day for 91 days, it was delivered to individuals' email inboxes. And the first thing they were to do was to let me know what they were grateful for, what they were going to do, and then answer a very specific question. Today being day one, this very specific question was, why did you sign up for this course? So I didn't include that, but I will answer my gratitude and my what I'm going to do today in the comments once I post this live. Now, the whole reason for this course that I created, it was really to help me. But I can't help but think that some of the things in this course might be helpful for you in these times. Now, the first week was all about the history of fear, because I'm all about understanding where we've come from and understanding why we operate the way we operate. And I say in a lot of my talks that I'm not religious, but I am incredibly spiritual, and I've had the great gift of being able to read and understand and study the majority of the religious texts in our time. And one of them obviously being the Bible. And I love the Bible because the stories are relatable. A lot of us have heard them, and a lot of us may not truly understand them, but at least we have a working knowledge for them. So the first one, obviously, if you want to go back to the beginning and understand fear, you have to go back to Genesis, the beginning of the Bible, and the story of Adam and Eve. And the story is a pretty simple one. Here are these two people in the Garden of Eden. They had everything. God created everything for them. God created all the good. And he also created this one tree, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And it was very specifically told to Adam and to Eve not to eat from that tree. They could have anything they wanted in the garden except the fruit of that tree. So along comes the devil, disguised as Satan, and convinces Eve that God is crazy, God is hiding something from them, and encourages her to eat from the tree. She does, she shares with Adam, and then all of a sudden, Adam and Eve, who had had this glorious experience in the garden, are now filled with shame and with fear. And the question is, if God would create all of the good, why would he also create this tree? Why would he tempt? Why would he even give the opportunity for Adam and Eve to taste from that tree? And a lot of you in today's time might be asking the same question. Why, God? Why do we have all this suffering? Why do we have a global pandemic? Why are we stuck in our homes? Why are we, forced to isolate and not see our loved ones and not see our families? And it's an interesting question, and it's a question I think that philosophers through the dawn of time have been asking. But, and I know my thoughts are somewhat speculative, but I believe that we lose our knowledge of evil when we learn to understand it. So in that story, Adam and Eve were presented with two options. One, understand the knowledge of good and evil by observing it, or understand the knowledge of good and evil by eating of the tree. And we know what happened. And it's been a journey from the dawn of time that everyone has taken the only way to understand evil is really by being in it. And we all have that same choice as Adam and Eve. We do gain the knowledge of evil directly by participating in it or not. So the email from the course that was created always included an affirmation and a positive quote and really some action. And I think today the action for this week is, instead of participating in the fear and the evil that surrounds us, take the moment to be a bystander. Take the moment to stand outside and really look on the inside. And I look forward to joining you tomorrow. And until then, be well, stay safe, and wash your hands. Love you all.